Hello and welcome to our new episode of DeepTech Leads podcast. We are here in Oulu, in Finland, and this is again another episode of our podcast. I know for a fact that there has been slight of pause in publishing this podcast, but now we are back on track again. Our mission is to introduce the world with our local Oulu-based assets that we have in high technology. And my name is Jussi Leponiemi. I work here at the Business Oulu, and my working title is Key Account Director of Information and Communication Technology. So we are interested in high technology, information-related community technologies, new solutions, and disruptive emerging technologies that will change the world for the better, of course. And indeed, we do have very impressive stack of companies, developer companies, and our mission is to introduce the solutions and technological innovations that they have to the rest of the world. I am not here alone, so today I'm very honored to have a colleague of mine actually. Joining me, Mr. Kari Poikkimäki. Kari.
Greetings, Jussi.
Thank you very much. Kari is cluster manager of Oulu Automotive Cluster, OAC, here at Business Oulu. And this is actually very exciting because I don't know if you know, but we don't have any automotive factories. We don't have automotive assembly lines here in Oulu, but naturally, we have these high-tech companies that do provide their high-tech digital solutions also to automotive industry. And this is now something that we would like to learn and promote also for the rest of the world today. So, Kari, in your work, you basically are managing the cluster and providing different services for the cluster member companies that we have here. And today we will have a short discussion on who are you and what you do in your daily work, and what are basically the services the cluster company provides, and what is happening, what is hot and topical now in Oulu Automotive Cluster. So this is basically our agenda for today. Maybe we will start by you hopefully introducing yourself and your activities, and here in Business Oulu. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So, as Jussi said, my name is Kari Poikkimäki. I started as the cluster manager just a few months ago. So I started here in January. So just getting acclimated to everything that is happening in the building and in the cluster as well. My background is in business, so I have a degree in international business administration, and that's the angle that I'm coming to for the cluster, rather than the technological or engineering side of things. And as Jussi mentioned, I'm the manager of the cluster, and we offer a few key services to our members. We try to bring together the research institutions in Oulu area, and also more widely in Finland, if there are any institutions that are interested or working in the automotive sector. We want to bring those together with the businesses because the new innovations come from the research side, and we try to bridge the gap between them and bring the new ideas to the market faster this way. And of course, we also serve as the bridge to the international market, because automotive industry naturally is international business, and we can use our old existing networks and forge new ones to help our member companies to enter new markets and enter the automotive industry in general.
I have to comment that your approach, this business development approach that you have, it's actually the very same that I have into the ICT sector that is blooming here in Oulu. So basically, I mean, if you and I, we were engineers, I mean, we would be hired maybe with a higher salary as well.
We would actually have something useful to do.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can say that as well. But basically, I mean, this is the thing, and I think this is exactly the thing that we can provide real benefit for our companies. That they know how to innovate. They have the solutions and they have the technological knowledge on developing brilliant services and solutions for different sectors like automotive sector. But the business development, I guess, it's to some extent lagging behind, and we can make a difference by exposing that asset that they have.
Yes, and as you said, it's the business development and also like sales and in general running businesses, because quite a lot of these companies in ICT and also in like other high-tech areas are mostly run by engineers, especially if they are growing companies and not like international massive players yet. So we can offer the business angle to the things, and they know how to innovate, and that's something we cannot do for them, but we can help them to enter new markets and find customers and find partners. That's also one of the key aspects of the cluster. Like we have 130 different companies, and we can bring those together to offer like bigger solutions and not just the one narrow area of expertise of one company.
Perfect. Yeah. So we are very happy to have you. I mean, there are like 3-4 months now that you have lived this working life with us, and perfect. I do also appreciate the fact that you raised this international aspect of activities into discussion. So I mean, we don't have in Finland there are no car brands basically. Well, there is Sisu or something like that, but basically no. So
we have the heavier like equipment, but not like normal vehicles, cars. Maybe some custom shops, but those don't really count.
So basically, we have to reach out to foreign markets: Germany, USA, maybe Far East, and so forth.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is something that our businesses are doing, the companies are doing, and you are also involved.
Yes, and also one of the what we can do here in Business Oulu and with this cluster is we can bring the companies together and we can offer a resource for them to try to enter a market, because the automotive industry is a really difficult market to enter as a new company, because the volumes are large and the structures in the business are old and very settled. So if we can offer a common resource, also pull a little from the company side of things, so that every company doesn't have to do the same process for themselves.
Exactly.
So that's just resource management basically.
Absolutely. All right. You actually told a lot of things already, but just to understand, what is this cluster that we have here? Could you say what are the companies actually doing? What is the profile of companies? What sort of solutions do they have? Is it software or some bodywork of cars, or what is it exactly?
It's basically everything. Quite a few of the companies, as I mentioned earlier, we have 130 in total, roughly.
Right.
And quite a few of those are working in the ICT sector, in software, in electronics and so forth. But we also have some companies that are working more on the materials, whether it's windshields, glass, textiles and metals and so forth. So basically I think you could almost build the whole vehicle from the if you take a little bit from all the companies, you could probably get pretty far in building a car from just the Oulu-based companies.
We could do that, huh?
Yeah, but there is a lot of high tech, and the focus is a lot. We'll go to this a little bit later, but in the transformation of the vehicles to a different kind of platform, new technologies for the automotive industry that 30 years ago had nothing to do with vehicles in general. So that's a lot where the what is the word? I'm losing it. But basically the focal point is in like bringing new things to the vehicles that weren't there previously, instead of trying to like develop the old things that cars were like a few decades ago.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of that, and many people are stating that okay, our studio is falling apart here, but never mind. Anyways, I'm getting a lot of visions that even nowadays, actually, cars are like computers on wheel, and they are very much connected. We know that, and electronic vehicles, for example, they get updates over the air and all that. So it's very much different compared to earlier decades when they were like mainly mechanical, machines.
Yes, exactly.
Without any digital capabilities, basically.
Yeah.
So, all right. Can you name any famous companies? Do we have like brand companies operating in the automotive sector here?
No, of course, the largest one that we have in the cluster is Electrobit,
of course,
which I think they boast that their software is in like 600 million different vehicles around the world. So that's quite a large number.
That's a big reference.
But that's the largest one we have in the cluster, and then we have like small, like just starting startups, and then mostly like small and medium-sized businesses that have different customers in the automotive, and also like in marine sectors, and also the heavier equipment side. But we have Proventia, for example, we have Tactotech, we have Symbio, different kind of Verkot, and different kind of like testing solutions. Quite a few of those already have customers in the automotive sector.
Yeah, and those smaller companies, you mentioned earlier that it's very hard to push through, gain access into those value chains that are very, very like established. So I guess automotive cluster here can make a difference in that, sort of open the doors and matchmaking, key representatives of some bigger companies' representatives.
Yeah, that's exactly the point. As like a smaller companies that have an idea, probably a prototype already, but they don't have the resources for sales, and like we also offer them opportunities to basically participate in events around the world, in the industry events, basically for free. So like we open them channels that basically wouldn't be open for them just on their own.
Absolutely.
And also, like a lot of the companies also do cooperations basically already without us. They have partnerships and they go to these events like under one larger banner, but we are also another player that can offer those services.
So we listed actually quite a few big trends happening in the sector already, but is there anything else that you can see? You have sort of a bird eye view, I guess, on the technological development, and what is the car of the future? What are we looking for? What is the vision that we are going towards?
Yeah, there are a couple different, like we alluded earlier on the fact that they are turning into an ICT platform, basically. There are all kinds of different and the connectivity side as well, like the cars are getting real-time data, for example, about traffic jams and so forth. And also you mentioned the over-the-air updates, like basically as they are basically computers on wheels, you could basically buy new features as like software packages to your car, which is like completely new if you go back even a few decades. And then of course different kind of entertainment solutions and so forth come with those, basically the same features that are in your smartphone, like voice assistant and all those fun things. But then the other one, large one, is of course what's the energy source of the car. Like electric vehicles are in a big push at the moment, both from the regulatory side of things and also on the market side. But of course this has some significant challenges. The infrastructure for charging is really not there, and then the raw material situation can get a little problematic, because if I saw some like calculations that by 2030 the demand for lithium-ion batteries is going to increase sevenfold. Like
Alright. Wow.
this is not just automotive, but in general in the
Yeah,
world,
yeah.
and like the demand is so huge that of course the prices might go up, and simply the production of these different minerals that are needed for those
Absolutely.
just
Yeah.
cannot be met. So there is a lot of difficulties there, and also on the
Yeah.
like software side also the safety and cybersecurity is a big issue, especially when the automotive like autonomous driving is getting there. That's also a big trend in the automotive industry at the moment. So
It's very exciting. Lots of things happening.
yeah, I think those three are the three largest ones.
Yeah.
Like basically the platform or like computer on wheels. Then
Yeah.
where is the energy coming from, and then the autonomous driving, and
Yeah.
what kind of risk, challenges, opportunities that one offers.
So just to recap, maybe Oulu's key assets in a way that we support and enable innovation and collaboration here locally. I know for a fact, I mean, we have actually touched these assets in our earlier episodes already. So we have this connectivity development, and at the University of Oulu there is this 6G flagship program that is amazing. I mean, it is still, blows me away that the foundations of the next generation's wireless networks are actually built here in Oulu. Can you imagine that? And I guess that can also leverage to automotive industry. Then there is printed electronics and printers and cluster sort of that we have here, a new way of providing new resources and new features for the electronics that are very usable in automotive, in vehicles basically.
Yeah.
And then there is the testing that you mentioned already. And basically, I mean, I can guarantee you, if something works here in this harsh weather, it will work everywhere, I guess. Do you agree?
Yeah, and I mean it's a disgusting weather at the moment here as well. So if you can get something to work here, well, at least you can. Maybe not the hotter climates, that's a whole different topic, but at least we have one extreme that you can test around here. So.
Yeah, and then there are like these ready-made, we have already test beds for external, stakeholders just to come and enjoy them. So
yes.
Oulu Zone, Nuve Lab, at least,
Yes.
sort of dedicated for automotive sector players.
Yeah,
basically.
precisely.
Yeah. All right, perfect. Lastly, are you open for new cluster members?
Yes, of course we are. Like as we talked about earlier, we have like a really wide range of different companies. It doesn't matter whether you are working in materials or ICT or just software development. We are open for new members and like companies that if you haven't had like anything to do with the automotive sector, but you have a product that could be adapted to the automotive sector, of course, you can be in touch, and we can also find you the partners that you need from our existing members and drive the collaboration that way. So
perfect. Very good, very good. All right. So I think this is very attractive and should be attractive to external companies and bigger players as well to utilize and enjoy the services and fruits, if you will, of the cluster. Is there anything else that you would like to share with our audience here?
Not really. I think we covered the basics pretty well. Like all in all, we promote all the collaboration between companies, between the research institutions in this area, and then we provide the bridge to different kind of international markets, and that's basically what we do.
Just to facilitate maybe future collaboration, there is a website.
Yes.
Yeah. Oulu Automotive Cluster.
I think it's oulu.automotive.com. Now I'm embarrassing myself.
Hey, we will add this link into the podcast file, so that's no problem.
Yeah.
And then you're on LinkedIn, I guess. Are you open for connections?
Yes, of course,
Yeah.
and you can also share my email, my phone number.
Perfect,
If you want to
Yeah.
learn more about our cluster or how we operate, you can be straight in contact with me, and we can start to see if you want to join, or if you have anything to ask, you want to offer us something, anything, just
Wonderful.
be in contact.
All right. Thank you very much, Kari. This was truly a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
And this is we can wrap it up. Stay tuned for the next episode. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.